I do believe eventually, I think because you guys are launching so much projects and stuff, it's gonna light a fire under a lot of sacrifices asses to get their products up
Well,
and going.
I got an opinion on that, a
Go
theory
ahead.
on that at least, which is I think a good question to ask people, because you guys are all about education, right? That's your thing.
Yep.
Is to ask the teams who's doing the development. Is it being done in house,
Right.
or what percentage of it, or how much of it's being done by third parties? Because I think that's been a key advantage for us, and a reason a lot of these other sacrifice projects maybe are taking longer is they don't actually have the in-house dev talent, and I think they're all probably relying on the same consulting company, right?
Indian developers. Yep.
Yeah. Well, it maybe even
I like that.
maybe even the same ones though, because I think there's definitely like one consulting company that there was a well-known influencer from another sacrifice project who told me one day, she said, "Oh, Buck, I know exactly who your devs are." I'm like, "How?" We're anonymous. Right. She goes, "They're the same as our devs." Like, no.
Making assumptions.
My devs don't work on your project. And so I think a lot of people,
such a dad laugh right now. It's fucking hilarious.
Well, yeah, I've also got COVID. I have the Wuhan.
Oh no! What?
Yeah, so I sound a little bit shitty. Sorry about that.
God damn it, XRP.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I think a lot of these guys basically they've hired consultants, maybe the same consultants, and there's a backlog of work probably. And when you have a consultant doing these things, you can't like crack the whip really.
You can't be nimble either.
You can't be nimble, and those guys, they do things in their own time, and they don't work for you. That really, they work for themselves.
Right.
And so, I think to me, that's always a very good thing to know is who's actually behind the code, because we've been able to put out these products pretty quickly because we do it in house.
Smart.
Right. No, I mean that's absolutely true and stuff. That's something we always look into and stuff. But of course, I understand. Some projects obviously are trying to keep their devs anonymous, but that is always an important question to ask. Do they actually work for you, or is it just like an outside company and stuff? And then they're not even trying to answer that.
Do you know them in real life? That kind of stuff. Like is what level of it's one thing if you're internet friends or something like that, but it's another thing if I actually, live with the person and, like I'm there like breathing down his neck every day saying, when launch, right? Like it makes a big difference.
Buck's devs are in his basement. He's cracking that whip. He's making he's trying to
chained up. No, put the lotion on his skin.
All right. So that's Flux, right? And that's so Famous is so Flux basically is a fork of Balancer, right?
Correct.
And obviously I really do like Balancer pools and stuff because I do think that's the most efficient ways to do LPs personally, because you can do some 80-20 pools, 70-30 pools, or do trifectas or all these kind of different, very unique sort of different types of pools and stuff like that. You can look at the maxi pool and stuff. There's like different percentages of tokens in there, but it gives a lot of liquidity to all these tokens on a really effective rate. But now, like, so like, and I appreciate you guys creating that swap, because it's like now there's more than one DEX to yield on and to like kind of look over options in terms of when buying coins, which is really good and healthy for the ecosystem.